I want to talk about my about a little about religion. And, I was about Islam, and I was born into a Muslim family. I was born into a Muslim family, and they I'm not like a practicing Muslim anymore. I'm not. I don't see myself as a Muslim. A Muslim. My parents weren't very religious, but we were culturally Muslim. So we were my dad especially is very identified. He identifies as being a Muslim very much, more than the spiritual side of it. So I'm not saying he isn't a spiritual person. I'm just saying he has like a strong connection to the identity of being a Muslim. And I don't. I'm very different there. Like I never like felt I was a Muslim. I never like I put on a mask. Like I said, I am a Muslim, and like I've been quite annoying about it. Like I told people, like, do you pray? And like I pray, and I sort of bragged, so kind of like boasted or bragged or something about like how I fast and how I pray and stuff like that. But yeah, like I let me go back to me being a kid. When I was a kid, I remember my parents would always tell me, or my dad would always tell me, how like my cousins like knew the entire Quran and stuff like that, and I would get so jealous. Because like I couldn't memorize the entire Quran. It just made me hateful and angry. Like so, like these are like the earliest memories I have, like, or some of the earliest memories I have of Islam, like being in a competition. Like but like my parents weren't super religious. We celebrated Ramadan and Eid. That was really nice. I have good memories of Eid and Ramadan. But like I to be honest, like I never had like a like personal relationship with Allah or something. Like I never felt he was out there to protect me, or like it was like he was there to give me things. I feel he was there, like and I also prayed when I was afraid. But like aside from that, I don't feel like I had a relationship with God. But when I was a kid, like I couldn't eat pork. I wasn't allowed to eat pork because no one explains it, but you just don't eat pork in Islam. And I remember at parties, at like birthday parties, I couldn't eat like some of the hot dogs. And I was like, that made me embarrassed. I remember as a kid. Yeah, it just added to making me feel like an alien a little more. I'm black, and I'm an African, and I'm a Muslim. So I was like 3 layers away from being a regular person. Yeah. I feel it's important to talk about being in a cultural Muslim, because we live in like sort of a time where it's hard to be culturally Muslim. I say culturally Muslim because I don't like my family is Muslim and stuff like that. Like in my deep within me, I'm still like culturally a Muslim. Like I don't identify as Muslim, but I have a Muslim name, and I have nostalgia about Ramadan and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of like within me, there's sort of a lot of I feel like there's a shame or embarrassment of being a Muslim. Not you're ashamed to be Muslim. Like it's not the best religion, or like it's just it's the religion of the losers, you know. So, like the terrorists are Muslim, and the no good people are Muslim. You know, whenever like a bad person does something and they're a Muslim, you always sort of, there just pops into my mind, they're a Muslim. So it's sort of connected to their bad stuff. But if a Christian does something bad, like, Christianity has nothing to do with it for some reason. Like, does anyone out there also have, like, ashamed to being, like, feelings of shame in you about being a Muslim? Because there shouldn't be any shame, because you know, you're people too.